Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be going over the perk layout that I use for Rage Pit and then using it in the Rage Pit. Now I am only level 52, so I don't have access to everything that I would normally have access to when doing this. Normally I would have like higher melee damage, higher damage reduction, higher bow damage, all that, but for this event it does matter, yes, especially the melee damage. But this perk layout will work anyways. So what I use is First Strike, Vampire, Dirty, and Strength Chaining. Now, instead of Dirty, you can use Gladiator, but this is my favorite layout just because you have the damage and Strength Chaining in First Strike, and you have the healing in the Vampire and Dirty, which Vampire does work during this event. Now, if you use Golden Apples during this event, please do not have Golden Heads on, because you pretty much they give you golden potatoes even if you have golden heads on or golden apples on. You give it the same thing. So having that perk on does absolutely nothing. If you want to use this with a golden head, which it'll give you potatoes anyway, layout, you can do it with Overheal or you can do it with Gladiator. Either will work pretty well as well. So if that's what y'all prefer, you can go ahead and do that. But I prefer to have Vampire on, especially with my extra 2 hearts. It gives me an extra 4 during the event, which is awesome. So let's just go ahead and get ready for this event. So it's in 10 seconds. You do want to wear diamond armor with a diamond sword. If you don't have 4 perks, what I would do is drop the First Strike, because you probably won't have the First Strike, and go with Strength Chaining, Dirty, and Vampire. But let's just get right in. So this layout is very good because you have Vampire and Dirty, because those two combined make it so that you take barely any damage. And then if you have Strength Chaining and First Strike on it with it too, you'll always have speed during this event. Also, you do deal more damage on your first hit to every person, and this event is based around damage. And Strength Chaining, every time you get a kill, you'll be dealing more damage to everyone you hit after, which also, basically, yeah. So you have healing and you have damage, so it's basically everything you could possibly want for this event. I mean, there's obviously more healing perks you want, more damage perks you could add, but these are like what I enjoy using. You can do this with a prot set, you can do this with a sharp 1, which will increase your damage, obviously. But I prefer just to go in regular diamond armor with a regular diamond sword, and I usually place at least top 5. It's not that hard to place top 3, but the problem is I don't have what you would call a higher melee damage or a higher damage reduction, so sometimes I do have to run out of fights a little bit. And sometimes I have to, like, obviously I deal a little bit less damage because I don't have max damage, because I don't have max melee damage. I do deal a little bit less than those people that do. Now, it is very minimal, but it does make a big difference in the long scheme of a major event of that last 5 minutes. Well, I might deal 100 hearts less or whatever. So it makes it harder to get in that top 3 if you're a lower level and don't have that maxed out. But it's still worth maxing, for sure. Now, you don't want to be doing what I'm doing right here and fighting people on the side because you are dealing less damage per second. You want to deal as much damage as you can in a second, because that's how you get the most damage dealt in the short amount of time. Now, if you can jitter, it's worth jittering during this event. However, it can hurt your arm, so yeah, I prefer not to jitter that much during this event, but some people will just jitter during the entire event, and that is an option if you really want to. Now, if you're getting a little bit low on health, like I am right now, you can go ahead and just bow spam into the crowd for a minute, and you'll heal all the way back up. The problem with this is your DPS does go down because you're wasting time just bowing people for a bit. But over time, it is worth doing because you don't want to die. Dying is definitely the worst thing because it wastes the most amount of time. So if humanly possible, you want to do basically, and while you're in here, it's very dangerous because you can die. Even with these perk layouts, it's very possible to die. If you have Gladiator on with this instead of Strength Chaining, it would help you a lot, but you're also going to get more kills in here. So having Strength Chaining on does allow you to get more kills as well. So it's really your own opinion here, but you definitely do not want to go below 5 hearts. You need to keep getting kills or you're going to die. Also, so it's rather dangerous in here, and if you don't keep getting kills, you're gonna die. So going in here, very risky. You have a pretty high chance of dying, but also it's reward with dealing more damage. So I'm probably going to die in here eventually, like relatively soon. But also I'm getting more kills and I'm dealing more damage, so it's kind of worth it. However, I might not die just because I have my dirty and I have my first strike. But look, yep, see, I see, I died there. But I can come right back here. It doesn't take that much time away. But it is probably not, it is definitely, not probably, it is definitely not ideal to die while in here. But if you do die while in here, it's okay. You can come back out and still deal more damage. Now the event is only going to last another 10 more seconds, which means basically I'm doomed to 4th, probably. Oh no, I got 3rd! 3rd! Guys, we got 3rd. Let's go. See? That little bit of difference can make all the difference. That little bit. Just that little bit. So, that's what I do, guys. If you only have 3 perks, as I said, first strike, take it out. You don't have to have it. It is very helpful, but you definitely do not have to. But if you don't have first strike, it's going to be a lot harder to use this perk layout and get top 3. Especially now that a lot of people have higher level perks. It's harder to get away with not having it. But if you don't have it, it definitely is possible still to place top 3. And I would definitely say it is more worth having strength chaining than first strike. Because you can deal more damage in a short amount of time. Anyways, I hope this really does help y'all. And have some fun with the rage bit. Thanks for watching, guys.